Up tonight, a former deputy director at Cal OES taking the stand in court as he's facing civil lawsuits alleging retaliation and sexual harassment. KCRA 3 Investigates has been reporting on the 3 cases against Ryan Burris since last year. Thanks for being with us at 6 tonight. I'm Golston Dart.
And I'm Edie Lambert. Today, Burris testified in one of those cases at the Sacramento County Superior Courthouse. This is the one alleging retaliation. So this is where investigative reporter Lizzie Mitri joins us live now from the courthouse. Lizzie?
Edie, in the past, we tried to reach Ryan Burris by phone or email, and he has not responded. So today, I actually had the opportunity to talk with him or try to talk with him in person to ask. He was not interested in talking with us to share his perspective. When he saw us, he actually turned in the opposite direction and walked away, ignoring any questions. But he did have to answer questions in front of jurors inside the courtroom in a case that dates back to 2020. This one involves former employee Stephen Larson, who sued Burris and Cal OES, accusing them of unlawful retaliation. The Office of Emergency Services steps in to help Californians during major disasters, and at the time, Burris was the Deputy Director of Recovery Operations, appointed by the governor in 2019. Larson's lawsuit claims he reported potential fraud and a sexual harassment allegation against Burris involving a few female employees back in 2019. But Larson says Cal OES did not thoroughly investigate either of those complaints. Larson said instead he then got his first bad performance review and was later accused of nepotism and then fraud, falsely, he says. Larson was eventually fired in 2020. He believes in retaliation for speaking up.
Today was a day of accountability where Mr. Burris was compelled to come and testify in this case, acknowledging once and for all that Mr. Larson's report of intimidation and harassment of 4 females in Mr. Burris's department was never investigated.
Cal OES and Burris have denied any wrongdoing here. There were no cameras in the courtroom today, but Burris testified that he had no influence on Larson's bad performance reviews, that he simply provided the manager that was in charge of the review with information she requested. Similarly, Burris said it was not his decision to fire Larson, so it couldn't have been done in retaliation. Now, this lawsuit was filed back in 2020. Then last year, 2 other employees filed 2 separate civil suits against Burris and Cal OES, one alleging sexual harassment, the other alleging a hostile work environment and discrimination. Reporting live here in downtown Sacramento, Lizzie Mitri, KCRA 3 Investigates.
Lizzie, thank you. And just to clarify, Burris does not work there anymore, right? He's resigned?
He did resign. That sexual harassment lawsuit was filed in January of last year, just to give you the timing of it. The next month after that, Burris left in February of last year.
All right, Lizzie, thank you.